So I just saw a video, and it was one of those, what if? And you're teleported to a fantasy world and become a knight. No, thank you. Look, knights were a lot more protected than what we give them credit for. Especially the late medieval age, when you've got plate mail that basically can't be pierced by crossbow bolts or arrows. They have their heavily armored horses. They were nigh invincible. But here's the issue. Like, if I was to be teleported back into the medieval age to become a knight, I would absolutely go for it. Yes, noble title, vassals, just sowing carnage on the battlefield. But a fantasy world? You're telling me that your idea of a good time is to go to a world where people can make things explode with their minds, and you're running around the slowest guy there. In, let's say, something that doesn't have a lot of clear-cut rules of magic, something like Lord of the Rings, where the rules are intentionally vague. That's one thing, because you aren't going to be dealing with a lot of magic, but still, one magic caster shows up on the battlefield, and you're useless. Think you're charging in against Gandalf, and what? If he doesn't decide to just obliterate all of you, then he'll call his friends the Eagles, and now you're plummeting towards Earth, because you've been lifted up. Or you could have something like you think of common fantasy worlds, where almost everyone can wield magic. It's not really that uncommon. And you're going to tell me that you want me to put on a bunch of metal when someone can freeze me, when someone can throw me into the air, when someone can set me on fire, and suddenly I'm becoming a tin can that is cooked. There is a reason that probably the most survivable characters are the rogues. Because rogues, typically, they will try to flank. They'll go in behind. They'll be quiet. They're fast. They're agile. They are made for the sneaky sneak, where you're a knight, someone expects you to go charge again against people who can summon dragons. So no, I would not want to become a knight in a fantasy world. I would much rather become a rogue or a thief or something like that. Because in essence, once you have magic introduced, then if it's common whatsoever, you're cooked. You really are cooked. There's reasons like if you find the Templars in Dragon Age are able to dampen magical abilities, because without that, they wouldn't survive. I'm sorry, they're trained to fight against magic, and they can tamper magic abilities. If you can't do that, you're cannon fodder.